And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for Raheem Mostert.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
2 and now on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Now swing pass for Dillon. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the Eagles are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now on first down, Sanders not finding a whole lot as he'll get forward for about 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. No timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, He's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down. Here's Tua. Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now, I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And got his man complete. The 30. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for Philly.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
Hurts. They'll roll him out right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. They go play action with Hurts. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Packers nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Rolling to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On play action, here's Tua. He'll find DeGuara complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josiah DeGuara, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Tucker McCann now for the extra point.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
7-7, our score after one. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for Philly.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
Flushed out right.
They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted.
Picked off down at the 10. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. To a hit, and the ball is out.
And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Rolling to his right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
That's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this is the holiday season because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And they're well past
across midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Looking deep for Adams. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that won't buy them much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He'll buy some time right. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Hurts. He'll fire deep for Rager. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Packers 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Like 22, like 22. Like 22, he's coming, 22's coming.
From the gun, it's Tua. Buying time to his left. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Hurts to throw. Reagor catches it left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Reagor as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next to score, Eagles 21, Packers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Tua now on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Oh, you know what's coming. You know what's coming.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it,
But I think they told him, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Hey, forward, Mike. Watch the run. Check your hot read.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanders. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Miles Sanders with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Elliott on for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Eagles 28, Packers 7. J.J. Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And this does not end well as he's going to be out of bounds here at his own 5-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 17. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Four yards remain for second down.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. Yeah, he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Looking to pass. Tua. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. So quite a turn of events. This is first and goal from the 3.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deebo Samuel with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead.
42, Packers 7. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. Play action. Now it's Tua. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's back. Not much there, only a yard.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Tua's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Josiah DeGuara, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get 2 closer here on the fake extra point. McCann's got it teed up. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. They go play action with Hurts. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's Samuel, caught left side. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to...
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And a nice job there skipping away from the one tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. 2nd down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Tua going to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Setting to throw on first down is Tua, escaping the pressure right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have it here just past the 25. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Tua. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they close.